Alright, same day, different video. Welcome back to the channel. If you have not been here already, please get down there, hit subscribe, join us all on this journey to build this Wrangler. Again, if you have not seen the last video, ignore the Christmas presents. We are up here in Cleveland, driving through my hometown. Right in my hometown, there's this beautiful park, Cuyahoga Valley National Park. This was one of my favorite places to drive through as I was growing up. It's just so beautiful, especially during the fall with all the different colors. Everything's pretty much dead now, but it's still really cool to drive through the woods and just see. It's really relaxing, honestly, all these curvy roads with the different hills. And excuse me while I shift, because we are going up a hill right now. But yeah, always been one of my favorite places to drive. It's relaxing to me, and it being a national park was really cool. This is probably one of the biggest things that I miss every time I go back to Columbus. This is something that we don't have. So anyways, we're gonna get on with the video. We're gonna find a spot here, little parking area, to test something out for you guys on camera. And it's something that I accidentally found when I was testing out the four-wheel drive in my Wrangler. I was curious at how much torque this Wrangler put out with four-wheel drive, and pretty much crawling in my manual transmission. Now has 84:1 crawl ratio compared to the 70 something, I can't remember, in the automatic. But it's because I have less gears, so I have better gearing, especially with the 421s. I was curious at how strong first gear in four-wheel drive would be, but as I was testing it out, I realized that with my four-wheel drive on and my lockers locked up, this thing is insane. I can start in every single gear without using the gas. I can literally just let the clutch off, including 6th gear, which I could not believe. But in 6th gear, all I have to do is let the clutch out and this will just go. I'm gonna go to one of my favorite areas in this park. We usually have like a Memorial Day cookout here. But I mean, look how pretty this all is. I mean, you have bridges and you're crossing water. But I just have so many fond memories of this park, with my family and with Hal even. So yeah, let's go ahead, find these parking spaces, and we're gonna go ahead and show you guys how ridiculous this manual transmission is with the lockers on. Alright, so it turns out my favorite parking spot is a lot of other people's favorite parking spot too. So there's just too many people around, and I didn't want to keep driving back and forth looking like a weirdo. So I found a less populated area. Actually, I've never even been to this little section here. It's gravel road, which is kind of cool. It's like right in the middle of this big field. And we're just gonna do it here because there's nobody around. So alright, let's get to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we are in neutral. We're going to take the four-wheel drive, drop it down into 4 low. So you can see now we are in 4 low. Traction control turned off. We are going to turn our front and rear lockers on. And give that just a second. Now we're all locked up and ready to go. So I'm going to show you guys here. So we are in first gear. We are in 4 low, you can see down there, and then up here you can see that we are front and rear differentials are locked. So we're going to start here in first gear, over and up. We're in first gear. Okay, I should have thought this one out. And you're probably not going to be able to see this very well, mostly because I'm the only one filming here. And it's pretty dark down here, but what I have going on down here is, see, my left foot is on the clutch and my right foot is on the brake, and that's my gas pedal all the way over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let off on the brake, let off on the clutch, and you'll be able to see without any gas we start moving, rolling forward here. So that's first gear, no problem, no gas whatsoever. So we're gonna roll back here a little bit, and then we're gonna go into second gear. You can see down low below here, no foot on the brake, or foot is only on the clutch here. No gas whatsoever. I'll even put my foot way over here. So just my foot there on the clutch. We're gonna slowly let out, and you can see, again, we start moving. You can see that first and second gear, we can start, when we're locked, start with no gas whatsoever. The lockers they just lock up all those wheels, start turning all of them. With all that torque, we just start moving forward without any input from the gas pedal, which is pretty insane, because when you start learning manual, the one thing that is the hardest thing that everybody has a hard time with is starting in first gear, because you have to learn how to feather the clutch pedal and the gas pedal, and then especially on a hill, because your right foot's coming from the brake pedal to the gas pedal relatively quickly, so you're not rolling backwards on a hill. If you're on flat ground, you're really trying to learn how to let off the clutch and find the balance point of, you know, when the engine really starts to catch, or the clutch really starts to catch, and then you're going to use your right foot to slowly ease onto the gas to, you know, get the RPMs up, so that way you can match the speed. The hardest thing to do is to start from zero and go into first gear, or start from zero and just start rolling. You'll learn that if you have not learned manual yet. That's the hardest thing that you could possibly do in a manual car, is go from zero to rolling. Once you're in gear and you're already rolling, it's literally just take your foot, push it on the clutch, change your gear, and let off the clutch. A little bit of gas in between, but other than that, you're almost never gonna stall while you're rolling. So we're gonna back up a little bit here. And now let's try something that's even harder. So some of the times I do catch myself starting in second gear because of the gearing of the Rubicon. First gear is just so short, and it just catches so quickly that most of the time I do catch myself starting in second gear, just to have a smooth transition from zero to rolling. We're gonna start in third gear, which is really, it's starting to get pretty difficult, because so what you do is you have to get your engine revving up pretty high. So that's where the gas pedal comes in. You're gonna have to, you would really have to push on that gas pedal to get your RPMs up, and then at that point you'd kind of be roasting your clutch a little bit, letting it out. But in four-wheel drive with the lockers on, I don't need gas at all. So here we go, we're gonna put it straight up into third, and I'm gonna try again to get you guys a good angle here. So look at that. My foot's off, no gas, just the clutch. We're in third gear, and if I slowly let off the clutch, again, start rolling. No gas input at all. So when I was testing this out, this is when I was starting to get like pretty suspicious. I was gonna say, there's no way I can keep going after this, because you're gonna need some gas to rev it up to even start in fourth gear, let alone fifth and sixth. So anybody that is out there that says, oh, I want an automatic because it's so much easier for off-roading, I don't have to worry about the clutch and the gas and the feathering of, all that kind of stuff. Well, this is kind of proving that you really don't, and driving a manual off-road, especially if you have these dual lockers, it's really easy. You literally just let off the clutch and you almost have all of your torque right away, which is very cool. So if you're one of those people that's like, it's gonna be like, I'm buying a manual or I'm buying an automatic, but I'm buying an automatic because it's easier to use off-road, don't let that scare you away, because I'm proving to you right now, you don't even need to feather the gas pedal and the clutch. This is insane that I can literally just take my foot off the clutch and this thing will start rolling. And I'm gonna show you right now that you can do it in sixth gear. So we're just gonna skip the 4, 5, and we're just gonna go straight to 6, guys. We're just gonna go right for it. The highest gear that we can get to. So here we go, guys. We're in 6th gear, 4 low, front and rear lockers on. And you can see there, my foot is on the brake and my foot is on the clutch. Foot off the brake, and we're gonna let off the clutch very slowly. And there we go. We are moving just like that. So you can hear it just struggle just a little bit, but after that, it just moves. It struggles just a little bit in 6th gear, but just a little bit. And you know, that's where the throttle input would come in handy. But you can see that you don't need any throttle input to even start in 6th gear, which is in fact pretty insane. So I'm glad I accidentally came across this so I could show you guys that driving a manual doesn't have to be scary off-road. This is something that, you know, anybody can do. All you have to do is let your foot off that clutch. So the fact that I was able to show you guys on camera that all I have to do is let out the clutch, that's really, really cool. So that speaks a lot to the manual transmission and the off-road capabilities of these Wranglers. So that'll be it from me today, guys. Thank you guys again. Over 3,600 subscribers now. I'm so grateful. I really enjoy making these videos. I'm hoping in the future to make this my full-time job, is to be on YouTube and install parts and just have fun traveling and bringing you guys along for the ride. So thank you guys again. If you have not subscribed, please get down there, hit subscribe, leave a comment below as well, and give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Remember, we're giving away a blackout JK grill at 5,000 subscribers, so I can't wait to give that away to one of you guys. Wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll catch you in the next one.